Hockey Canada in terms of their handling of sexual assault allegations, and the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has called that unacceptable. Essentially, this is the sexual assault allegations are against multiple players in a 2018 national juniors team. Essentially, this happened where it was put under the rug in terms of the average person. The public did not know about this until recently, until TSN reported last month that National Hockey Organization had settled a lawsuit with a woman who alleged 8 members of the 2018 World Junior Championship team sexually assaulted her in a hotel room in London, Ontario. And this was at the evening where it followed a gala celebrating the team's gold medal win that year. The federal officials that have now launched a financial audit. As you know, Hockey Canada takes funding from the government. So those are tax dollars, taxpayer dollars, essentially when the payout is made to the victim. So now, since there's an audit now on Hockey Canada to determine whether any taxpayer dollars were used in the settlement, and this is quite significant to understand what that means, because if taxpayer dollars are used in any capacity, it's not supposed to be used to cover up a crime and pay off somebody, and to ensure that that crime is, especially a criminal crime, is not coming into public forum, as well as prosecution that could follow up. So the level of cover-up and secrecy around it with public money is very alarming. And this is what Trudeau, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, has said, is that the government, we have continually stood up to and pushed back on sexual misconduct and harassment at workplace across the country. Hockey Canada is no different. This is what Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said in question period yesterday, when he was asked about this. Essentially, he says that we want to get to the bottom of this, and all the options are being considered to determine the next steps. The behavior is unacceptable. And Sports Minister described that the organization is having a culture of silence. And it appeared that this is deeply rooted when it comes to handling of sexual assault allegations against the players. And this is very significant, as what happened that night is essentially an intoxicated woman was taken to a hotel room where then from what's understood is that 17 players came into that hotel room, and of that there's about 8 that have been accused of assaulting her repeatedly. This is very horrific, and the executives of Hockey Canada are now testifying after this was revealed and came to public forum. And this was only done because TSN reported the story. They broke it. Otherwise, this was not reported. And if you can imagine that this did not make any headlines, it was not a part of any police investigation, nobody said anything, and until this report is what brought it to the forum. And according to the statements of claim, the woman claimed that she was repeatedly assaulted while intoxicated in that hotel room. She filed for a $3.55 million lawsuit. So that's a $3.55 million lawsuit against Hockey Canada and the CHL and the unnamed player. So we still don't know who these 8 players are that sexually assaulted her. And the lawsuit was settled, and no details of the settlement have been released. So completely in secrecy of what happened there, and they paid off the victim, and nothing else is revealed. And the allegations against the players have not been tested in court either. So they're unknown, and this is very alarming. This is also, and it's also been said that there is a non-disclosure agreement in place, which does not allow anybody to talk about this case. But it must get to the bottom of it, as officials, opposition MPs, have now called the government to say that this is very alarming, and that the Canadian government has to get to the bottom of it, because this was taxpayer dollars that was used for Hockey Canada, and potentially to figure out if that is what was used to pay off. And that's one issue. The other issue is that what is the culture of silence at Hockey Canada, where 8 of your players have committed criminal acts according to this report, and your organization has ensured that they stay safe due to their criminal act that they've committed by paying off the victim, and then none of the lawsuit, none of the release, non-disclosure agreement, everything is in secrecy because hockey is a treasured sport in Canada. And this was a team that won a gold medal, and essentially does that justify what it means for crimes against this woman and humanity overall? So this is very alarming. We're going to follow up on this story as it unfolds, as the executives are testifying now, and the government is going to get to the bottom of it, and the Prime Minister has made an issue of it.